Sony's latest flagship smartphone, the Xperia VII, continues the company's tradition of premium mobile devices with advanced imaging capabilities. The seventh-generation Xperia flagship is expected to launch around May 2025, featuring XMOR-T sensors across all cameras for significantly improved photography performance. Since Sony consolidated its smartphone lineup in 2019, the Xperia 1 series has represented the pinnacle of the company's mobile technology. Despite persistent rumors about the potential discontinuation of Sony's smartphone business, recent leaks on social media platforms suggest the Xperia 17 is indeed in development. The device follows Sony's consistent pattern of second-quarter releases for its flagship phones. Fans of the distinctive Xperia design language and professional-grade features have reasons for cautious optimism, even as the brand faces challenges in the competitive smartphone market. Everything we know about the Xperia 17 so far. Following a familiar launch cycle, Sony appears set to release the Xperia 17 in May 2025, continuing the company's tradition of unveiling its flagship phone just ahead of the summer. While Sony hasn't officially stamped a date on the calendar, leaks and insider chatter all point to a spring reveal, likely in May, and it's already shaping up to be one of the most ambitious Xperia releases to date. Version 1.0. Rumored design changes and refinements. For the Xperia 17, Sony is expected to refine rather than revolutionize the design. The iconic 21:9 aspect ratio and boxy form factor remain. No surprise there, but fans should expect narrower bezels, a more polished rear panel, and subtle tweaks to button placement. A matte glass finish might replace the glossy back of its predecessor, adding both grip and style. While it won't stray far from the Xperia design language, early renders suggest a tighter, more cohesive build overall. Camera system, XMOR-T across the board. The biggest leap could come from the camera system. Sony is reportedly going all in with its XMOR-T stacked CMOS sensor, not just for the main shooter, but potentially across all three rear cameras. If true, this would be a major upgrade, bringing faster readout speeds, better HDR performance, and improved low-light capabilities. The Xperia 17 may also introduce a wider variable zoom range, evolving the periscope-style telephoto lens introduced on earlier models. Expected camera setup: 50MP main sensor with XMOR-T tech, ultra-wide with improved edge correction and distortion control, variable telephoto lens, possibly with 6x zoom range. Sony is positioning this phone to be the ultimate hybrid for photographers, videographers, and content creators, especially those who appreciate manual control and accurate color science. Performance and hardware upgrades. Under the hood, the Xperia 17 is expected to pack the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, along with up to 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage on higher-end models. A microSD card slot is likely to return, one of the few flagship phones still offering it in 2025. Battery life should also see improvement, with whispers of a 5200 mAh cell and more aggressive power optimization through software. Other key specs expected: 6.5-inch 4K OLED display, 120 Hz refresh rate, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chipset, 16 GB RAM, 512 GB storage, with expandable microSD. 5. 200 mAh battery with fast charging wireless charging. Side-mounted fingerprint scanner. IP68 water/dust resistance. 3.5 mm headphone jack with high-res DAC support. Software and AI integration. Android 14 will likely be the OS of choice at launch, but Sony is reportedly working on deeper integration with its pro-level camera and audio apps.